We have previously seen that on the Layers panel, there are some options that you can use to change the properties of certain layers. For example, you can use the opacity and change the transparency of a specific layer. For example, if I choose this layer and I reduce the opacity, as you can see, the object on the scene becomes more transparent. Now let's learn about another option that you have on the Layers panel, which is the blending modes. Blending mode defines how a layer blends with the layers beneath it. Let me explain this with an example. So right now I have selected this layer, which is the layer of this girl, and I go on and click on this drop-down menu, which brings on all these different blending modes. So right now I have selected normal, and that means that my layer blends with the layers beneath it in a normal way. But I can change that to, for example, darken, multiply, color burn, and so on. And as you can see, as I change the blending mode, the way that this layer blends with the layer beneath it changes. And there are actually some cool effects that, depending on your design, you can use. So take your time and try and see what kind of effects you can get by changing the blending modes for each layer. Blending modes are extremely useful in certain cases. Let's say, for example, I would like to add a texture to my background in this image. In that case, I can use blending modes. So let's see how we do that. I have previously downloaded an image of the texture of a crumpled paper, and I go on and import that into Adobe Photoshop. So let me just increase the size so it covers all the background, and then I confirm importing. So I position this texture layer maybe over my text and below the image of this girl. And then I go on and change the blending mode. And as you can see, there are many different blending modes that you can choose from, and each one of them have or create certain type of blending with the layers beneath it. And I go on and try different blending modes until I find the one that I like. So I think multiply actually works quite nice in this case. It is a bit strong, so maybe I just go on and reduce the opacity a little. And I think this is now quite nice. So as you can see now, with the use of blending mode, I actually have added sort of a texture to my background.